Happy Friday, everyone. Apologies for the very late reading. 5. It's been a while since I do one at 5. I'm like checking everything. Oh, isn't she beautiful? Anyway, clearly beach day. I feel like I don't know if it's the light. I have to check the video later, but I feel like I look pretty tanned. I've been working on it. Anyway, happy Friday. This is going to be the reading for Friday and for the weekend. Remember, then I should be shuffling while I say that. It's a beautiful day today. I'm kind of bummed out that it's coming to an end. But nevertheless, here we are. And it's the beginning of the weekend, so it's not that bad. We're starting out with the Morgan because that's just how I'm feeling today. And then we're moving on to the Mystic Mondays and ending with the Prism. Just to like keep it simple and light, which we all know and love because we know that it might not get simple and light. We don't know what kind of message we're gonna get. So let me check in and I'll be right with you. Okay, Morgan, it's really hot today. Okay, this one came out first. Or what was it I was doing a minute ago? Yesterday's truth. Okay, so maybe something we need to get over or something we need to remember. If there is a judge, you are it, right? Everything we do, it's everything we feel and we perceive, it's from our own flesh, from our own perspective. So you are the judge in your life. You're the judge. And finally, this may not be a perfect circle, but it's a perfect whatever it is. I feel like we always get the same cards with the Morgan. There are so many cards and we get the same ones. I don't know, this feels heavy. We'll see with the Mystic Mondays what it's about, but it is feeling heavy. This may not be a perfect circle, but it's a perfect whatever it is. If you're seeking perfection, that is, I don't know. I feel like we all do to some extent, so I don't want to judge, but it is kind of fruitless because our idea of perfection is constantly changing because we're constantly changing, the world's constantly changing. So I would let go of that because it means that you're never going to enjoy whatever it is that you achieve. And you're not just going to achieve one thing in your life, you're going to achieve so many. So instead of ranting, I looked. I try not to look, but I looked, and the bottom of the deck is the Fool. So I feel like we're talking about letting go of stuff, but we'll see what cards actually come out. Judgment reversed. So this is, or what was I was doing a minute ago? Yesterday's truth. Judgment reversed usually talks about like misconceptions or things that were probably unfair. Judgment is here twice, right? Because you're the judge and judgment here. So I feel like this is big. This is big in the message. I knew it wasn't going to be a light message. Of course not, even if it's Friday. And we have the 5 of Cups, letting go of stuff. Stop crying over spilled milk. What did you do? I mean, it is a cup. So maybe you messed up somehow with someone or with yourself. We're getting the same color. I'm getting feelings, but let's keep pulling to see what we're talking about. And then we'll get a bigger picture. Ooh, here we go with the reversals. 4 of Cups reversed. We got 4 of Cups reversed earlier this week, so that might have something to do with you. I don't know. So if there is a judge, you're it. And the 4 of Cups reversed. maybe some kind of acceptance that you misjudged something somehow. This kind of sounds a little bit like yesterday's reading as well, although this is giving me more feelings than it is work, right? So let's see, let's keep pulling. Ooh, Temperance, 2 major arcana already, and important ones, Judgment and Temperance. Temperance is upright, which is good. So we are reaching a balance. While as you accept the past or whatever it is that happened, as you stop crying over those 3 cups and you acknowledge that you still have 2 cups behind you. I know I can't show you in this deck because this deck is very different, but in the traditional Rider-Waite, if you've seen it, that deck does show a person hunched over 3 spilled cups, and there's 2 cups behind them that are still upright. So you still have something, even if it's just your breath and you're still alive. You're still alive, you still have something, and that's pretty much the most valuable thing in your life. So you still have that, it's good. I don't know what it is that you might have done. I wish, like, if this is your reading, please DM me, because there's some readings that make me very curious. So this is making me curious. If this is your reading, DM me, we can go into it and we can specify. I can't go into it because it's a general reading right now, but it does seem like you misjudged something, or maybe, I feel like this is you. I don't feel like this is something that was put on you because of the 4 of Cups reversed, and because if there is a judge, you are it. Listen, if this is something that happened to you, you need to get over it. And I think that you are. You're achieving with Temperance, you're achieving balance. With the 4 of Cups, you're letting it go. For one, you do need the other, so there you go. That's great. But, I mean, you're on a good path. You're on a good path. Ah, snap. So under, this may not be a perfect circle, but it's a perfect whatever it is. I'm telling you, I've started to know these cards better. And that's why I don't have to reach for the book. But the Morgan is complicated, and it's not because it's like crazy symbols or mysticism or something like that. No, it just, they're tricky somehow. If you're interested, go get the Morgan. They're interesting. And they're funny, which I love. I love a little funny in my tarot. So King of Cups reversed, under there isn't a perfect circle. Could this be you? Yes. Could this be somebody else as well? And the color scheme is changing, so this is very interesting. Colors are very interesting to me. Oh my God, it went from like red, like not passionate, but like overwhelming red and purples to like, okay, with that 4 of Cups, I'm reaching green, I'm reaching purple, I'm reaching blue, calmer energies, and we end with the Hermit. Wow, snap. This is like a whole movie right here. There's an arch. We have an arch. What do I want to say about this? We're doing good time. King of Cups reversed. I did say that this could be you. So what? I'm going to do both. I'm going to do if this is you or if this is the other person. With the King of Cups reversed. Yes, when kings are reversed, they're not great. They're not, there is an imbalance. There is something that's going on that keeps them from achieving an upright position, which where there should be, in theory. It doesn't mean they have to be. But the King of Cups reversed can be emotionally manipulative or lacking somehow. Maybe cold, maybe somebody didn't really pay much attention to you, and that made you doubt yourself somehow with that judgment. And this is your evolution. This is all cups, okay? 3 cups, 3 major arcana. So yeah, this is an emotional journey. This is clearly a relationship of some kind. It doesn't have to be romantic, but this could be a father figure for all I know. It depends on you. Again, I'm curious. If you want to, DM me. So there's definitely an interesting arch, but with whatever, there is a certain level of acceptance when they're talking about it isn't a perfect circle. So if this, I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know why it came into my head. That's probably who needs to hear it. I'm gonna go with the father theme. If this is your father and he didn't pay attention to you, or it could be a mother as well. Keep that in mind. It could be a mother or a father that was somehow emotionally manipulative or cold, or didn't really pay attention to you or give you that affection, the affection that you felt that you needed, whether because they were at work or because they didn't know how to, because they never learned from their parents. There are so many reasons why we have parents like this, like the cycle keeps repeating from generation to generation. The thing is that there is a certain level of acceptance and maturity coming from you. So whatever, I love this because this is really nice for you. You no longer feel the anger that you did from this towards this person, and you're starting to accept them for who they are. And this is launching you into a hermit energy. This is when we examine our relationship with our parents, it goes hand in hand. Like, you examine yourself. There is a big part of yourself that is your parents. You are yourself. You are a unique being, but if you grew up with them, you end up with a lot of habits. Anyway, this is a very big conversation. The thing is that, again, it's launching you into that hermit energy, which is good. It's not a fun time. It's not. Hermit energy for a lot of people, unless you're a Virgo like me, I enjoy the fuck out of it. I love going into my cave and being with my feelings and understanding myself, etc., etc. Most people don't. Most people drink or take alcohol or socialize excessively to avoid their feelings, to avoid understanding themselves, to avoid growth, because growth is uncomfortable. It's painful. Looking at those things is very hard. Oh my God, this is not a Friday message, but this is where you are, and whoever needs to hear it, you're gonna hear it today. Hopefully it reaches you today or whenever it needs to. The thing is, I number them, by the way. If this reaches you at any point, I number the messages for a reason. If you feel like this resonates with you, you DM me and you tell me this message that you did on number, I'm on 200 something, so number 116 or whatever. You just message me with the number, I'll review the video, and I'll be like, okay, now I know where I was at, and we can talk about it, and I could pull more cards for you. That's how it works with me. Anyway, getting back to it. The Hermit is gonna be, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be interesting, but it's a thing that you have to do for growth, for life. This is what we're here for. We're here to experience life and to grow. And if you're ready to see this, to observe it, to have that mirrored back to you and understand it so that you can evolve. This is where you're at. So embrace it. Don't postpone it, don't ignore it, don't try to numb it with stupefiers or over socializing. Go into it. If you need help, reach for help. I always say there's plenty of help out there. There's therapists, there's shamans, which I don't want to go into that too much, but spiritual healers, just reach out to people that know. For the general public, just go to a therapist and it will do you a hell of a good. If the first therapist, you're not feeling great with them, try again. Therapy is hard. Trying to find the proper therapist for you is hard in itself, but don't give up. Keep going at it. That is all I have to say about this, because this can go long. It's a long conversation. So I'm going to finish off with the Prism. Let's see what's up there. Prism. Ooh, creativity. Interesting. You know, the most creative people in the world have had the weirdest lives. Growing up with their parents, etc., etc. It doesn't mean that your parents have to be weird or that you're growing up, your lifestyle has to be weird, but there is something about them with their life that incites creativity. So maybe there's something in you that's trying to come out, and that's why you need to go into hermit to bring that out. Oh, snap, I love this. Oh, no, hold on. So yeah, we definitely have a color theme, scheme or theme? Theme, I think, and mystery. I feel that there is something inside of you that is very interesting that's trying to come out. And that goes for everybody. There's always something interesting inside of everybody. It's just you either choose to ignore it and live a mundane, boring life, or you explore yourself inside with that hermit and you find that hidden treasure inside of you and you bring it out. Some people exploit it and they become famous. Who knows? The future is uncertain, but there's definitely something inside you, I feel, with this that is very interesting that you should explore. So lots of love. Have a great weekend. Try something artsy if you can. And lots of love. Bye.